is a charm, as the saying goes, and this is a hope with regards to reforming South Africa's electoral system. A first attempt was made through the appointment of the so-called Van Zyl-Slabbert Commission, established in 2002, with the 2023 Ministerial Advisory Committee chaired by Vali Musa representing a second attempt. The recommendations of both were either limited in scope or simply disregarded. Chair of the recently appointed Electoral Reform Consultation Panel, Advocate Richard Sizani, told webinar attendees that unlike the previous structures, the ERCP is established by law and has a broad mandate from Parliament, which he cited.
You must then collate the models that are coming out of those submissions and give us which models are these. What are the reasons for these models? What are the legal and constitutional implications of these models? What are the financial implications of these models? What are the advantages and disadvantages of these models? But bear in mind, they said, we are not even asking you to basically give us only those that are constitutional. You can also give us those that are certified by your lawyers to be unconstitutional. We will decide if we want to do that.
Sizani says the panel has provided the principles which should guide the submissions on a preferred electoral model. These are inclusivity, fairness, simplicity, electoral manageability, transparency, and accountability. He says while no principle is superior to the other, many submissions so far point to an overwhelming concern with the last.
This principle of accountability, where people are saying, we want to know our MP, we want to know our councillor in the local government sense, and we want to be able to recall them, we want to be able to call them, and we want to be able to hold them accountable. That is one of the things. Others, of course, have raised the issues that we're really tired of the control of party bosses who are dominating this system and are able even to undermine parliament, are able even to change lists of people that were in the list like that.
To avoid the fate that has befallen previous committees, political analyst Dr. Stembile Mbete says it is critical for the public to keep the pressure on the panel, Minister of Home Affairs and the relevant parliamentary committee. She says there is a real risk that ahead of preparations for the 2026 local government elections, the work of the panel could stall. Mbete says it is unfortunate that the panel is starting its work without the benefit of evidence-based research regarding society's views on the current system.
The Van Zyl-Slabbert Commission commissioned a report, commissioned a survey, to ask South Africans in general what they felt about the electoral system. Were they happy with it? Whatever. We haven't had a similar kind of targeted survey, and that was in 2002. We haven't had a similar targeted survey in 22 years. I don't think that the panel currently has got the time to do that, but the point I'm trying to make is that we actually have aggregated very little about what are people's issues with the system, what is it that they like, what is it that they don't like, what is it that they want to change, what are the advantages and disadvantages. And I think that discussion document is going to be a really great opportunity to kind of broaden the debate a bit more.
Political commentator and member of the Rivonia Circle think tank and discussions made the point that the work of the ERCP cannot be approached simply as a technical exercise.
How much of a conversation is being opened up amongst the members of the panel to grapple with the political movement and its understanding, but also just to say, if one is to make a submission outside of those guiding principles, how much will be taken into consideration about the nature of the political moment South Africa is in.
The panel will draft a discussion document to mobilize engagement on the issues raised through the sectorial and geographic consultations it will hold after the 31st of October deadline for public submissions. Natasha Piri, SABC News, Johannesburg.